Hello, people. Welcome to The Inners. The Inners is a transformative podcast and a purpose-driven initiative that celebrates a community of inspiring individuals, innovators, instigators, includers, inquisitors, integrators, and intellectuals. This community will cast their pebbles of knowledge into the sea of wisdom, stirring up an unstoppable wave of positive change. Exchanging experiences and raising awareness will create a common shared value for all communities where good action comes full circle. Curiosity is the key, kindness is the cure. My name is Ali Maarrawi Dabbah, and I'm your host. Welcome to The Inners. Hello, Inners community. I cannot be responsible for the side effects you may experience after watching or listening to this episode. Please brace yourselves as you are in for a sweet and savory treat, a mouth-watering, heart-touching, and stomach-rumbling, inspiring journey of the inimitable modernizer and culinary storytelling maestro, the one and only, and the pride of Aleppo, Chef Mohamad Orfali. Welcome to The Inners.
Thank you, Ali, for the beautiful introduction. I'm super excited. Hopefully the question is going to be, easy on me. Let's see.
Oh, I'm not sure because my stomach started rumbling.
Oh my goodness.
Just by association, hearing the name Orfali and Orfali Bros and then seeing you in person over here. I'm sorry, I cannot help it. So please, as usual, for those who do not know, walk us through your journey.
So this is Mohamad Orfali, a Syrian boy, from Aleppo. I'm a chef and a restaurateur as well, and a TV chef. So I'd have different careers, let's say, when being a chef, working under different, chefs or concept or hotel or restaurants until, I moved to TV, and then from TV to my own restaurant with my brothers as Orfali Bros. And it's a quite long journey. I started cooking in 1994 in Aleppo, in a small school called, Madrasa Fendoya Culinary School. They started in the first time, and I was lucky to be in that school. And, I took it from there until, moving from Aleppo to Kuwait to Dubai, and then we are here. Yeah. And Orfali Bros, we opened it 2021. Mm-hmm. It was March 14. I still remember that day. And until that day, we are number one restaurant in Middle East and North Africa by 50 Best. We are Bib Gourmand by Michelin. And worldwide, we are number 46. It's happened 3 months ago. In Valencia, we get that award, was the world 50 Best restaurant. So we are number 46.
This is truly mind-blowing. So we are sitting here in front of the executive chef and the leader of Orfali Bros Bistro.
Yeah.
That one, number 46 on worldwide 50 Best restaurant.
Yes.
It's amazing. You make us all proud, and
Thank
myself
you.
Being from Aleppo as well. This is really something.
Thanks. Well, it's a bit confusion, by the way, because I representing the cuisine of Aleppo in my cooking shows, and not really in the restaurant. But I'm Syrian still. We have that pride, where we came from, and Orfali Bros is more representing Dubai community, representing us in Dubai, and that's why our food and our menu is inspired from people around us, from my traveling, from my journey, from my cooking shows, so many things. So we don't represent it as the cuisine of Aleppo. I can tell you, maybe I'm working another concept that representing the cuisine of Aleppo differently.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's extremely exciting. When do you think we can?
Once it's gonna happen, we'll let you know.
That is very mysterious.
I'm working on it, really.
And
I'm working on it. I can
correct.
express it more, like, I can do more. I don't want to say I'm one of the first, but maybe I'm one of the first chefs who took that cuisine from hidden gem, let's say, because we are Syrian, we make it hidden gem.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one of the best cuisine in the world, one of the oldest, let's say, and I don't know why, because the economy, because of so many elements, we, as a Syrian, we keep that cuisine is as a hidden gem. We think like, our cuisine is like, as I told you, like the fundamental. We are like, everything's happened in that landscape. The food industry in Syria was different than now. I think most of the Arab, they don't have that culture to go eat out.
Mm-hmm.
For us, eating out only the things that the moms, she can't do it at home.
Okay.
Where like the street food, it's very strong industry in most of the Arab countries. And then especially for us, I remember that, let's say 30 years ago, we don't have this culture to go and eat in the restaurant like every week, maybe once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to eat from outside, that's why we say it, we get kebabs from outside, or we get things like, from outside. So it might be the restaurant industry in Syria, we didn't take it to a different level. And then we keep that cuisine, it's a bit, hidden.
It's a very good explanation, and it does really make sense, because I remember from back in the days, more than 30 years ago, that in the house of my grandparents, they used to prepare for many hours for the big feasts. And I think most of these traditional hidden gems and dishes, they are very elaborate, and they need a lot of time that probably it wouldn't make financial sense in traditional restaurants.
But the food, you find it at the home, you don't find it outside.
Uh-huh.
That's what we before, and let's say when you make kebab, an example. Yeah. Kebab only at home. No one said that. Recently they start doing it outside. Remember, and then there is a culture of, let's say Friday or Sunday, the family should be, gather together, and then so it's right. Friday for us was a feast, where my grandma and then the entire family they're preparing so many, food, and then the feast. That's mean not only one meal. This is like in Aleppo they have so many things. Like, you go to the table when you make yabra, an example, wara anab. You can't just make wara anab, put it on the table. It doesn't work. Some salad, some fresh greens that's to refreshing, and then the table should be full. If it's not full, that's something wrong.
The crudité and the laban and everything else that comes. It's like a huge canvas, and you're just filling in. It's not just a main course or a starter.
I miss those days. Well.
Oh. So how can we bring the Aleppine cuisine to its rightful place and take out those hidden treasures from where they are and bring them to the world?
It's already, we make it hidden, but now I think there are so many chefs like me, and then they take it to, I don't want to say take it to the world, because we are already we're already there. I don't want to say like, oh, we want to show our cuisine to the world. No, we already there. So just like, we take it to let's say, to different level, modernize it a little bit, because I can see our cuisine, it's an beautiful cuisine, but it needs somehow a maintenance. And that's what I'm doing. We have the, very strong base. But we change. We are not the same people that, let's say 15 years ago. We are like different people from, let's say, COVID and pre-COVID, So we have to take that cuisine more closer to our lifestyle, because we are changed. before they walk more, the lifestyle was different than now, and now we are the people like, we are more lazy. We're like, so everything it's more accessible. Before wasn't like this, and that's what I see. How we can take that cuisine without losing this. When you modernize it, don't lose the spirit and the essence of that cuisine.
Okay,
that's what I'm doing.
So, Chef Mohammed, how would you describe the Aleppo cuisine?
Wow, this is a beautiful question, Ali. I remember myself when I was in Spain, and one of the journalists asked me, what is the Aleppo cuisine? And I told him maybe one of the best food in the world. And I felt like, that answer is not enough. And I realize myself and the most of people in Aleppo, we don't know how to describe our cuisine in a manner to the others. The cuisine is not about several of recipes or dishes. No, it's about who we are. So some people, they feel like, is the food is identity or not? Your culture, like where you came from. For me as a chef, it's yes, because if you want to tell you what is the cuisine of Aleppo, I can categorize it, or let's say, into 7 groups.
Please do.
Yeah. So the first group, we are the pot of civilization. That's representing cultures, years, centuries, human being for almost 12,000 years.
That's true.
So look at how much depth we have of recipes, ingredients, and the landscape. It's helped us, to it's provide us the best things ever. And then your cuisine is what is that your landscape is offering you. And this is very important. We're talking about one of the oldest, strongest cultures that's happened in that landscape. So its recipe, it goes from generation to generation. It's passed from mother to daughter until today. So that's why I call it pot of civilization. All right. The second, we are the fundamental of cooking techniques, let's say, in Middle East. When I start, let's say, about cheese making, bread, jams, Arabic sweet, butchering. Technique of the butchering in Aleppo different than any technique, and you can find it in Syria. Only Aleppo and Hama, they have the same technique. So many things, pickling, distillation. That's where you find, so many from, let's say, ragi, al-ara, to rose jet, the orange blossom water, to the rose water. This is kind of distillation, to fermentation, starting from the wine, starting from so many kind of vinegars that we have it, until the concept of mone.
Okay.
Mone is a sustainable concept. Yeah. Where so many things, we get it in the summer, we convert it to the winter.
Which is to conserve the food
100%
when it goes out of season.
So this is technique too. So when you take the marrow in the summer, dehydrated, the eggplant, the okra, the melouchiyeh. There's so many things, Ali. Beit al-Moune, or the house of the Moune, I call it the art of preservation. So we have so much preserving things, and then that you keep it. I remember when my grandma, she have an abu, where she have a storage room downstairs.
Like a basement or a cellar.
Yeah. And then we can open it and you find everything. Jams, cheese, olives, vinegars, burghul, frike. I remember there's so many things. I think she have enough. If there is war happen, I think we have food for 3-4 months.
If the aliens come,
at minimum they have they can feed themselves for 3-4 months.
We will have food for ourselves and for the aliens as well.
So what does mean that? Does mean sustainability and seasonality. So our food based on that. So the food is changed according to the season, because according to the ingredients. And remember, we don't have tomatoes in the winter. The only one we have the dehydrated one, preserved in olive oil. That's the one I remember. Until the freezer is happening, and then they freeze some tomatoes for certain dishes, not for eating, for cooking. They make fasoliyah or they want to make it like in the green beans. They need some tomatoes that as a sauce, so they have it. But we have very important products that has so much flavors and umami. That's why we say like about the taste now. So we take you to sustainability, seasonality, and very strong heritage, right? Back to beautiful ingredients, and then that has so much umami. Might Panadora. I think you remember that, like, the tomato paste, or like,
very
piece of
vividly.
bread
I do.
with some nana and the flavor and olive oil, and that's very humble sandwich. It's how much umami on it. So we grew up eating might Panadora arayis, arroz, as what they call it, where like, wrapped it on the nice Swiss bread. This is a lot of umami. So taking the tomatoes, from tomatoes, they squeeze it and then they dehydrate it under the sun. It has so much flavor and umami. And this is like one of the key elements to most of the recipes that we have it in the cuisine of Aleppo. So the cuisine of Aleppo is the joy of the six taste. So we're talking about most of the recipe. It has element of salty, sweet, sour, bitter, and umami, and fatty. And this is like one bite of this, you will find your mouth like, have the joy of eating all of this, that's flavor. That's why the food is delicious. Along to that, Silk Road. So Silk Road introduced to us so many ingredients that come, from over the world. If we back to the history of our cuisines, we don't have tomatoes, we don't have potatoes, we don't have chili, and all those ingredients come to us recently. So look, how does the cuisine look like before, let's say, 200 years ago? Was completely different than now. So that's where I took the inspiration, or took like, let's say, I can modernize my cuisine. I can add maybe some ingredients to our food without losing the spirit and the essence of that food. That's the cuisine of Aleppo. The last one, we have an art of harmony when we matching ingredients together. And that's kind of things like you don't find it in so many cuisines. So where certain recipes sweet and sour, certain recipe it need a little bit herbs, certain recipe it has fruit and spices like lahme بالكرز, kebab بالكرز, the sour cherry kebab. Like it's a fruit, the sour cherry and the cinnamon. This is like it's a combination is unbelievable. The eggplant. One Turkish guy told me, like, you guys in Aleppo crazy. Like, one guy from Gaziantep, like, he told me, like, what you did with the eggplant. How many recipe we create from that ingredient? We make it pickle, we make it makdous, we make it mtabbal, we make it baba ghanouj, we make it msaqqa,
محشي,
we make it mahshi,
مقلوبة.
we dehydrate it, we maqlube, we fry it, we make it sweet. So one of my favorites, when they use the technique of nixtamal and then the calcium hydroxide, they make the eggplant. It's very crunchy. And then eggplant and cloves is like al-orunful, that they always go together. And then the stuff that is one. This is a magic, like look at that one ingredient, what they did with that ingredient.
It's pure art.
So take it from there and you can see what is the cuisine of Aleppo.
Wow.
Yeah.
So to sum it up, those 7 things are,
Yeah.
number 1,
Pot of civilization,
2,
the fundamental of cooking and cooking techniques. We're talking about sustainability and seasonality, the native ingredients, the joy of the taste, and then we have the harmony of matching flavors together, and then the influence of Silk Road. Yeah.
Wow. And this is storytelling at its best, apart from the magic that you do in the kitchen.
Yeah, so
congratulations.
As like we say, mahashi wal kebab is not enough for me. Like, we are more than we say like the mother of stuffed and kibbeh, we are more than this.
We are definitely. But I am personally astonished at your great capabilities of storytelling. It's captivating, it's engaging. And as far as I heard from your past interviews, that you practically came to Dubai to learn English.
True.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Chef Mohamad.
Thank you. I came to Dubai to learn English.
Okay.
I was, my dream was to go to France, to learn more about, like, the dream of so many chefs in the world, especially the Arab world, because for us, if you go to the France, that will be different, Just like, we have that point, I don't know why. And I try hard back to the old days. The world was different. Let's say I'm a different before the internet and after the internet, let's say. I was different. It was very hard to find information. Look at that now. I think you guys, you have an access to everything. Before, there is no access. Access for information is difficult. But now, they have so many access to so many information. Maybe it's lead you to the wrong way. So you have to be very careful. So one of the things that's still in my mind, I want information. I went to a Friday market, Soul Jama'ah, where they have, used book there, and then on the street, and then I found a very interesting cooking book. I have it until today. One of the recipe beef stroganoff, I use it in my restaurant. I look at that book, I checked the pictures, it was beautiful, but I don't understand anything.
Language barrier.
Nothing. There is no Google Translator at that time. You can take the pictures and get the information in. I start taking the book from the friends and some of the family members who know to speak English. And even for them, it's difficult because they don't know about cooking terminology, so they don't know how to translate it very well. And then please translate it for me. Please, I want this. And then one of the guys, خلاص حل عني يا أستاذ. I can't, we can't, I can be a translator,
Okay.
And I felt like I have to learn language. And one day I used to work in one of private catering in Aleppo. And it was in this countryside, an area called Hayyan. So the way from Hayyan to Halab to Aleppo, it was like around 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And I heard Amar al-Sharif. An interview with Monte Carlo radio, remember that time. And he said, he entered the world because he speaks English. And then one of the element that led him to go to, to be a famous actor, he speaks English. As in English, for him, it was one of the, let's say, the key element to be international. And I felt like, wow, this is nice. I think they have to learn English. So I started learning English and go to so many private school, and I wasn't there because no practicing.
Okay.
And I tried hard, but it couldn't work. Still I don't know she and he, and then they give me the grammars. They make it more complicated even to learn. And one of my friends told me, I think the best way to learn English, maybe you go to Kuwait or go to Saudi Arabia or go to Dubai. And I felt like, that's nice. But how I can learn? I said, you will learn. You will figure it out. And that what happened with me.
And here you are.
So I went to the first time to Kuwait.
Okay.
I remember that the first 15 days, the first month, it was very, very tough and hard on me. Very, very tough. I went to order a burger from one of the brands. I don't know what to order. I don't know how to order. And I was that close to back again to Aleppo because it was a big company. It's international. We're talking about 3,000 employees in the headquarters, in the office. And then I don't know how to communicate with them. They take me to one of the meeting talking about one of the restaurants that I want to open, and I have no idea what they're talking about. And it was hard because to learn English from different nationalities, so my English was broken, and until today it's broken, and
it's unique.
Really, it's broken. So the funny story, I used to communicate with them through email. There is a genius guy in Syria create a software called Wafi Translator. Okay. I don't know if it's still alive or not. It was about $50. You just need to download it in your laptop. And then before Google Translator, I swear, Ali, I used to take all the text in English, translate it to Arabic or vice versa. And all the communication with me through emails because I have Wafi translators. Like, that's the, it was my assistant. It's helped me. Wafi helped me a lot to, to figure out so many things. Someone called me on the phone, it's like, oh, can you send me an email? It's like, why? Because I don't understand their accent, and especially the guy, my operation manager was Scottish, and then his accent was very different, and then I can't understand it. And then I used to work with them through email. So when I moved to Dubai in 2007, my English getting improved like completely different way. And when I back again to Kuwait, or when I call someone from the HR or from the head office, they say like, no, you're not Mohamad Orfali, you're kidding, like I think you speak English but you lie on us, like, and then you make a drama and you make like you make yourself like you don't speak, so like but I think you speak English very well. And then now you show us the different face. Like, no, just learn it there, because I start like talking to different nationalities, and then I push myself to speak English. Even Dubai, I used to say very funny things and very bad English, and people look at me, what's wrong with this guy? It's make me feel very shy, but I felt like I have to remove this. If I want to learn, I have to push myself.
Congratulations. But this is it. This is resilience. This is tenacity, and being very resourceful to find a way, even if you change your plan, but you never give up, and you arrive to your goal, you achieve your goal.
Still I want more.
What would you like to achieve?
So many, not only one. So still the dream to to make our Orfali Bros Academy, the culinary school, that's a platform for young generation, and teach them about our heritage, about our cuisine, and then hopefully maybe we're gonna start it in Dubai and then take it to to Aleppo soon. That's one of the dream. Yeah. So I have so many things in my I remember I have very nice landscape in Aleppo, and then maybe turn it to a nice farm, and then build a school over there. That's what
hopefully it will come true soon.
Inshallah.
And hopefully I'll visit it with you.
Yeah.
For how important was being in Dubai to empower your journey?
It's important. As I told you, I came here to learn English, and then I went to France. I didn't find myself. I found myself in Dubai. It's an Arab country, a modern, resilient, updated. So many things. It's international, quick, safe, and it's a city of opportunities.
Indeed.
100%. But for me, Dubai is already, I have so much memories, and I have link, It took from me 4 to 5 years to prepare myself to be on the camera. Because I felt like if I want to be on TV, I have a message. I don't want to go with, I want nice content. I want content that be alive for for a long time. I don't want to give it things like people like they know it. Because most of the chefs in cooking shows, they have it's a segment about 10 minutes to show us recipe. It's more than that. So when I back to Dubai, I felt like more connected and more proud. You can see it, the world of Dubai is really big, really, really big. When we travel, we say like, I live in Dubai. People look at you, wow, you live in Dubai, Yeah. I decide, let's make a restaurant in Dubai one day. It's the middle of the world, and the mix of so many culture, of so many people, and so many nationality is very unique. But it's not an easy at all. So when you think to open a restaurant in Dubai, do you think it's going to be a success story? Not really easy. Not at all. You have to understand the people, how they eat. Look at that. How many different palette they have, different background, different memories, and how I can bring them all together. So if you make something that's work in Dubai, believe me, it's gonna work everywhere. You can take it from Dubai to London easy. You can take it from Dubai to New York easy. You can take it from Dubai to Tokyo. It's easy because it's international.
That's true. 200 nationalities.
100%. So I decided to bring the family here, and then Wasim and Omar, my brothers, joined me, and then we felt like, it was a dream for us to do something in Aleppo, and it couldn't happen because I left long time ago. Wasim was also between Moscow and Kazakhstan, and Omar was in Beirut. So we felt like, let them bring the family here. And one day I look at my brothers and look, why we can't do something together? They said, like, what are we gonna do? Okay, you are in the cuisine. We are like into pastries, like, we're like, different world. But let's do something called Orfali Bros, the Orfali brothers. And we did it. So I registered the company. I make Orfali Bros. And they told me for once, like, let's do master classes. I'm on TV already. I have the exposure. Let's do something for you guys. And then, especially for Wasim. Wasim is a master. He's a genius. He's a pastry genius, I call him. So he felt like, okay, let's do it. So I started doing the branding because I love media. I love branding things. I work on TV, and then this is like one of my strengths. Things like, if you look at the Orfali Bros, we have very nice social media, very nice media, and then it's very strong and solid. And then we started from Orfali Bros, from our first Instagram about master classes. I remember the time we worked together, we killed each other, Ali. It was disaster moment. I don't want to remember it because, like, we never worked together, never. And then the time I want to bring them all, with so many elements on the table, and media and the production is a different story. And then for him, he wanted to take the time to doing things, and then we don't have time and paying money for the lighting, rent, cameraman, and then we have to finish it, we have to launch something. And then it took from us a week to figure out, or to film 4 recipes just to promote, the master classes. And then from that time, we start like, we know each other's more, and then everyone taking, I don't want to say the lead, or taking the things that you want to do. So I make this, you make this, you make this, and done.
Management.
And then we're management, and then we bring it together. And that's our Orfali Bros. We started from there, and then so many people, they tell us, why you don't have a boutique to try this dessert? This is very unique. We don't have it. Like, this is delicious. Like, how we can bring because we want that. And then I felt like, this is a great idea. I don't want to back to food. I don't want to go back to restaurant industry, to be honest. When I run away from it to TV, I was more relaxed, let's say, because I get more time to develop myself, to express myself. And because working in a restaurant, it's a daily routine and very difficult operations. Day by day, we have a lot of problems. And it's not an easy to have a restaurant. Not an easy at all. So I'm trying as much we can to not back. And then it felt like, let's make it a specialty coffee and dessert for my brother. Okay. And I will be the boss, leaning from far away, and still doing my cooking shows and everything. So we found Orfali Bros at Al Wasl, and wasn't a great location for me in the beginning. And the space is very small. And then what are we going to do with this? So we suffered for 2 years to make the restaurant happen, Ali. Yeah, we took it to 2019. We opened 2021. Just because the mezzanine that we have it, which is the test kitchen.
Yeah.
So we did it. It was a very tough journey in that time. Yeah. And I learned a lot. From that.
Congratulations. You created magic with your brothers, Omar and Wasim.
Yeah.
They're each one in his own right is a master as well.
Thank you.
And the best pastries I ever had, ever. and the food I cannot just start.
Yeah.
But you created also the favorite restaurant and memories for a lot of people. And I know that there are people who traveled to Dubai and
100%.
you were on their top of their to-do list to dine at your restaurant.
100%.
Is admirable.
I have, let's say, in the summer, I have about 13 tables, and I can tell you, like, maybe sometimes 20 nationalities dining at the same time, from around the world, and from the expat and to the local, to everyone. So imagine Orfali Bros is not a restaurant; it's specialty coffee and dessert.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the idea how we start doing that corner. And then I found like there is so many specialty coffee and dessert shop in that area, in Wasl 51, even in Jumeirah. And I felt like, it's going to be another one in Dubai. Let's do something else. And I told the bros, let's do it a breakfast place. So we can do some pastries, some croissants, some nice dishes. I can add some, recipes from me, and then it will be more Orfali Bros. And then I felt like, no, it's gonna another breakfast place in Dubai. And I told them, let's turn it to fine dining. But we're not fine dining anymore. So the idea was to make a menu about 7 dishes. So you can go with 3, 5, or 7, and we can change the menu every week. We are capable to do that. I have a lot of recipes from my cooking shows. We have a lot of recipes from our master classes, and when we can take them to the table. And we stick on this idea until COVID has happened. So I felt like, no, this is not going to work anymore. So during the COVID, I started doing a lot of brainstorming with me and myself. And then I told them, we have a lot of fights all during that time together, staying together in the home. And they were like, let's make it fun dining. No more fun dining.
Oh,
so what is fun
love
dining?
that. Fun dining.
Fun dining.
Yes.
So what is fun dining? I said, like, let's do the things that we love to eat. No rules. Let's break the rules. Let's break everything. Let's make the things that never exist before. Let's make a neighborhood concept. Let's make it a space for chefs and food lovers. Okay, where the chefs love to eat, and that's Orfali Bros. 50% of my clients, they are chefs, restaurateur, business owners. They are into F&B business. And let's surprise people what we have. So if you want to stick on fine dining, Aleppo cuisine, where we came from, not gonna give you this. It's beautiful, but not gonna representing the community. So how we can representing the community? How we can make a new cuisine is called Dubai cuisine. So let's express ourselves. And then I think we have the gaps to do that. And a small, tiny restaurant. So everything in Dubai, the largest, tallest, biggest, we are the smallest. And then we did that. So I tell them, let's tell people who we are. So we make the kitchen bigger than dining room. If you look at our space, our kitchen bigger than dining room. So that means you are dining in my kitchen more than restaurant. Let's people to get some aromas from upstairs when it's caramel happening, or when they bake the cookies or the biscuit under the cakes. It has so much flavors. Let people to smell that. Nothing wrong with that. Let's people to smell the burn that's come from the pizza too.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's make the pizza no pizza. So we were at Orfali. We break the rules, but we respect traditions, and that's maybe. People define it different. That's people define it Orfali. It's unique in experience, and then let's give them experience. Let's go. Let's tell them that story, because people they will be. I was scared because I know from my cooking shows, no one accepts changes. People, especially the Arabs, like, don't play with our food. Don't touch the hummus. Keep the hummus as hummus. Okay, why we leave that? I'm with them. So hummus is hummus. Don't make it green. Don't make it black. I felt like we have nice platforms called Dubai that give us the opportunity to create something new, never existed before, which is Orfali Bros. This is Dubai.
And we are very grateful and thankful for being here.
Yeah.
And we're thankful also to you and to your brothers.
Thank you.
For just pushing through all of these challenges that
And
you
thanks
went
for the
through.
people who believe on us.
Of course, we believe in you.
I think creativity is need a platform. It's need an environment. And then we are in the right environment. The Dubai community, it's beautiful community. So thank you so much. Thanks for everyone who support us, who give us, the energy to give us the push to do more.
Well deserved. It goes both ways because you're given from your heart and it's beyond food. And of course, being in Dubai, having this great community, more than 200 nationalities, they felt the love and they're giving it back to
100%.
you.
My menu, we have, if you look at my menu, I have so many things, so many elements, Ali, that evoke some memories for some people, and we build the new memories. And this is what the challenge for with me and my team is like how we can build a new memories. Why? Because that memories let people to come back again.
Wonderful.
100%. Because we have a link between food and memories. If I evoke some memories for you, you will be very happy. You will be so proud.
And it is our happy place. And congratulations, because you found that secret recipe, which is your recipe, the Orfali Bros recipe, and Mohamad Orfali, Chef Mohamad Orfali.
Not only myself, Ali, wallah, the team. I have like very strong team. I'm lucky because I have one of the strongest team in Dubai. And we hire them emotionally. We hire them because of their attitude, not because of the experience. And then I have the team who fight for us, who work for, we create the happy culture. The team, they're ready to work more than 16, 17 hours. But I felt like, how I can change the rules. When we break the rules, not only with the food, we break the rules with so many things. One of maybe very few restaurants, my team working only 8 hours per day. That's 8 hours. And I have so many people. So we start as a tree, as I say now. We are more than 53 people, and that's 100 square meter.
And every time I go there, it's apart from obviously the delicious, insanely delicious food, the way yourself, your brothers, and all of the team, first of all, the way they welcome us.
100%.
And obviously the service. And then how they tell us the story of each dish. You can hear the passion.
Yeah.
And of course, we always cannot wait.
They tell you the story,
to come
their
back.
story, huh? They don't tell you my own stories. Like they tell you, like the most important to bring you closer as much we can to our perspective. And every team member, he can tell you his own story without being a robot that's repeating what we're saying every day.
That's true. That's true. I'd like to ask you a few questions
so
we
ahead.
can know more about the person, about Mohamad Orfali. But the first question is the most difficult, especially for you.
Yeah, that's so.
What's your favorite dish?
That's a big question. I don't have one favorite dish. I can eat burger every day. I can eat kebab every day.
Mm-hmm.
I love kebab.
Okay.
I used to go, I used to eat kebab at the breakfast for me. That in Aleppo we have that, that culture, and I love that culture. Yeah. Anything's delicious for me is favorite.
Excellent.
Maybe a piece of tomato and cheese and with nice bread. Labne mkazale with some beautiful bread.
That was my stomach.
Wallah.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like, simple things is more delicious than complicated things. So minimum of fuss, maximum of flavors.
Sounds great.
And this is our cuisine.
I'm going to ask you about my favorite dish.
Yeah.
I want to take in general. I wish you can have it on the menu. That will be Eid and Christmas for me if you do.
Yalla, tell me.
Safarjaliya.
Wow. I did it once.
Oops. I think I was where you did something special.
Yeah, I did
outside of the
it was
country.
for Hans dinner with a friend from Colombia.
What is Safarjaliya?
Safarjaliya, it's from the name Safarjal, quince.
Quinces.
Quince, yeah.
Yeah.
So the quince is a very unique, elegant texture and it has full of pectin. So we use that to thickness so many things. So safarjalia is a stew, let's say, kibbeh. It's made from pomegranate, tomato, and quince. It's like equal part of tomato to equal part of pomegranate juice to equal part of meat. That's all go together. So the meat should be like lamb shanks with bones, so you can get like the bone marrow. They can get like the flavors. So when is the meat is cooked and the sauce is get nice and thick, so they add the sfarjal, which is the quince, and let it to cook slowly until like the sfarjal has very nice firm texture, but the still is creamy. And then the end we add mint and garlic. So some people they eat it with rice, and some people they eat it with kibbeh. So the kibbeh is stuffed with shahme, or like fat, or some people they stuffed it with some meat. So what I did, this is one of the greatest concept. I took all these ingredients without the safarjal. Let's say the meat, the fat, and everything, and I put them in a very piece of kibbeh, big piece of kibbeh, like bowl of kibbeh stuffed with like shanks and bone marrow and all this element. And then the sauce is very concentrated with the safarjal. So once you break the kibbeh, it oozes all the the things to outside, and then you can enjoy. Some people they love it, some people did not.
Okay.
It's complicated recipe, by the way, because the balance between the sweet and sour, and then it take you a little bit to sweet and more than savory, and it's confusion. That's how the recipe is very good, but I love it.
Wow.
I love it. Some people I tried it. Some people they don't like it. Some people they love it.
But that's food. It's also personal. It's
food is like some people they're like, oh, I didn't like this, and other people they say like, oh, I love this. So what they have to do?
What we're doing now, unveiling the secrets of especially very unique dishes like safarjalia, Chef Mohamad Orfali.
Yes.
Okay. Mohamad Orfali.
Mohamad Orfali, better.
What is your favorite style of music, band, or artist?
Wow. Well, there's so many, Ali, and it's changed from time to time.
Okay.
هلا music, I love حلبي, موشحات وقدود, صباح فخري, he's in someone like الله يرحمه. You want to back to Aleppo?
He was a legend, absolutely.
He is. But if you want to back to Aleppo, you have to listen to Sabah Fakhri. Once you listen to Sabah Fakhri, I don't know what is the link, is take you there. For all the people who live in, not only in Aleppo, in Syria, or in Levant countries, once you hear Sabah Fakhri, it takes you there.
True.
And that's when I want to remember Aleppo, I listen to Sabah Fakhri. And if you go to my car, the only CD I have it, Sabah Fakhri.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Mohamad, what's your favorite movie?
There is so many, and then I love the chef's movie. I mean, like one of them is called Chef, the other one's called Menu, one is called Burnt, and Captain Jack. I have so many, to be honest. Yeah,
The Menu, it's the recent one with Ralph Fiennes, I believe.
100%. Bit scary.
It
But
is.
if you watch it, I took all my team to watch that movie.
Okay, at the cinema.
In the cinema.
Okay.
And then was the winner? The burger.
And I would have to say, according to my palate, this is my very own personal taste and opinion. At Orfali Bros, I had the best burger that I've ever tried.
With this because, I'm trying, when someone come to me and say, this is the best burger joint, to kill me, because we are not. We had the burger recently, by the way. We opened the restaurant without burger, and then after the third week, I felt, if we're gonna continue in this way, we're gonna lose the business. I need something comfort. I need something very comfort on the table. So we had the burger. Because it was COVID, and I was wondering, I don't know, there is Michelin and 50 Best coming, by the way, in that time. We opened the restaurant only for fun. And here we go. We have, people traveling from US to try Orfali Bros burger. And the just normal burger. I don't know why people love it.
It's magical. It's worth the flight.
And then we inspire so many people, they get that burger to make it another business.
What's your favorite series or TV show?
Well, so many. Recently, it's not recently. Like I love Chef's Table at Netflix. Beautiful. There is something called Ugly Delicious.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like also beautiful. Somebody Feet Fell, and he filmed with us also. So there is one episode about Dubai. We are there, and this guy he loved the burger. I don't know why. And what else? There's so many, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite book?
You asked me all. If you open my my brain, you will find tomato and meat, and then and some parsley, and then
Is it a
some
cooking
bread.
book?
Like 100%. I have more than 1,000 cookbook.
Okay.
So my favorite cookbook, I love a book of Noma, the best restaurants in the world. Recently, the last one is beautiful book. There are so many. I live in Madison Park. The first, the first book. Thomas Keller, Antonio Carluccio. There's so many, huh? I have a very nice collection. Books change me, by the way, and that's what I learned from my mentor. You have to read at least 4 pages. At least every day. And that's what I do. And I change myself. And me and my brothers and the team. You know what? When you go to Orfali, you'll find a bunch of books over there.
Yeah.
This is like, let's say, 1% what we have. Downstairs, we have a big storage downstairs. I have all my, let's say, collection of cooking book for my team to read. Because there is an exercise at Orfali, okay? We have a homework, like, you have to read a book and you have to come up with new ideas.
Congratulations. This is great culture.
That's what is the most, how we make it different, how we lead it differently, that's in this way. So book for me is something is very important, and I changed myself because I read a lot. I was suffered to work with someone who have a Michelin star or a famous restaurant because it couldn't work because of my passport. I don't speak English at that time. So I learn and I work with so many chefs in this world without working with them. Because I read their philosophy more than their recipes and I get inspired. So thanks for all the chefs around the world who share his recipe, who share his so many things. Then one of my dream, I want to make a book in English because I have one in Arabic. So I want to take that book in English to the world again. Yeah.
This is very humble, what you're saying. You're acknowledging everyone that you learned from.
Absolutely.
Personally or through their books.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Chef Mohamad.
It's beautiful things when they sharing their things, they sharing their thought, their ideas. It's enough more than taking the recipe and copy the recipe.
Wow.
So I think being honest, this is the most important things. I inspired so many people through my cooking shows. Some of them, they give me the credit, some of them do not. There are so many recipes, they copy certain plates from Orfali. And people just like, you don't angry? And I'm not. If they take it, I'm inspiring them. I'm happy.
It's a compliment.
I don't mind. Really, I don't mind.
Okay.
You can't protect recipes. You're like, how we can protect your recipe? How we can protect your recipe? It's food. You can't protect recipes and food. You know what I mean? And honestly, we get inspired from so many restaurants in the world, so many chefs in the world. We say that. Why have to say, oh, I invented? I'm not. So we're still learning.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Chef Mohamad, what's your favorite animal?
Well, this is a difficult question, Ali, because I grew up in a family. We have so many animals at home.
Okay.
From the bird to rabbit to cats. so it's weird.
Okay.
So my favorite cats.
Okay. Well, I'm a cat dad myself, so excellent. What's your favorite role model?
I like René Redzepi, the chef of Noma. He's like, the guy who changed the food of Scandinavia.
Okay.
100%. And then changed the mind of so many chefs, one of them me. And I like him a lot.
Excellent. What's your favorite city?
Absolutely Halab, Aleppo, and Dubai. Like Dubai is like I don't consider it my second home. I consider it home.
Absolutely, Dubai is home.
Of course.
Dubai is home.
Of course.
And my heart
if I
is
travel
with
more
you.
than 15 days, I feel like, I have to come back.
Oh,
Yeah.
this happens to all of us who live here who call Dubai home.
Even in summer, huh? Even in summer, some people they're trying to skip the summer, but for me, like, I love it. It's still like, I have to come back. I can't.
I understand. This is what happens to me this summer as well. And I hear you 100%, and I'm with you, especially also being from Aleppo, from Halab. That's how we say it in Arabic. So,
recently, I went to Amman and I like it. I love it. It reminds me a lot of what's
very
Halab.
nice.
Yeah.
It did remind me of Halab when I was there last time. All Mesopotamia, then the Levant area in our region is gorgeous.
I love Istanbul too. So like, don't open my heart.
There's a lot
Barcelona,
of beauty.
of course. Yeah.
Of course, Spain and Barcelona. I'm going there after 1 week. It's my third home, I would say, Spain.
Yeah.
Also having Spanish passport, and I owe a lot to Spain, all what I studied over there. And I know that you're
Spain.
a big fan of the Spanish cuisine.
I feel like, I feel like I'm connected with the food and so many people. Like, I love it. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. We're practically done, but I do have one question for you.
God. Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what we have, Ali.
So, is there an age limit, or is it a mission impossible for someone who doesn't know how to cook to learn how to cook and be a good chef?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. Yes and no. By the way, during the COVID, we discovered so many great chefs.
Okay.
Because
from cooking at home, right?
100%.
Mm-hmm. So there is hope.
Of course.
Would you take
if you
the
lose
challenge?
the hope, to teach someone?
To teach me?
To teach you, Ali? Stay the way you are, Ali.
Okay.
You don't need...
then I'm happy to always come to your restaurant.
I think you don't need to complicate yourself. If you make a nice omelette with sejour, it's going to be great things. Like, you don't need to be, to be a great chef to create, avant-garde cuisine. You can do simple things at home, delicious. You master it. It's like much better than you making complicated recipes.
My signature dish is microwave popcorn, and sometimes I cook tea. So
in the microwave too.
Yeah.
No, you have to change that.
No, sometimes I use a machine called.
I think in this way, I have no hope at all. I lost my hope to work on. No.
So that's why I'm grateful to you for having Orfali Bros Bistro.
Thank
It's
you.
our happy place. And as you said, it's fun dining.
Cheers.
So can't wait to visit you soon and try your new menu.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for taking the time and being with us over here. It was absolutely inspiring, touching, and entertaining. And my stomach is not stopping from rumbling.
Let's go to eat.
Thank you, Chef Mohamad Orfali.
Shukran.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Inners community. Hope you enjoyed this session. We'd like to know your comments and thoughts. Most importantly, please do share the episodes and the micro content. The purpose of this podcast is to exchange experiences and share knowledge and raise awareness. So be part of the change. Create your waves. Let the ripple effect reach to everyone, where all of good action comes full circle. And please do remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button. And I'll see you next session.